Ben, I want to talk about your second feature film, the sci-fi thriller OtherLife, which I didn't realize was a film that was circulating in Hollywood trying to get made with a bigger budget, similar in scale to Christopher Nolan's Inception. So explain how a film like this lands in Australia and you get the chance to evaluate it to create the chance for it to be made in the first instance.
It had a life that went back, I think, about 15 years before I even was aware of it. You'd have to talk to the writer who wrote the novel, Solitaire. Kelly Eskridge, her name is. And then she was asked to adapt her own novel to a screenplay, and she got picked up by a studio. And then it kept on getting pipped at the post by similar things. Inception was actually one of them. They came close to doing the film, and then when Inception came out, they thought, well, maybe it's a bit too similar or something like that. Arguably, you'd say that actually opened the market up to those sorts of films, but, whatever. Studios make decisions. And then, so it went into turnaround, and to put it in Kelly's own words, she said it felt like she was on the Hollywood party bus, and then at a certain point, they just kicked her to the curb and drove off without her. That's the way she puts it. This script got scooped up by an Aussie producer, Jamie Hilton, who's got a company here called C Pictures. He's produced a lot of films on every level, some big, some small. And he came to me as a fan of my first film, Wasted on the Young, and just said, look, I've got a collection of scripts here. I think you'd be well suited to. Have a read, see if anything sticks. There were a few projects that stuck, but OtherLife stood out as something that would, look, I love science fiction. I wanted to move in that direction anyway. And so I thought, maybe this is an opportunity to just kind of flex that muscle a little bit. And I guess part two to that is the very honest question, can we make it in Australia, and can we make it for a reduced budget? And my first answer to that question was no, I don't think we could. So we sat on it for a few months, let it incubate, and then the idea struck that maybe we took the primer approach, where the initial script was set in big corporate offices in far-flung future cities. And I said, what if it was the garage version of that, where they're just developing this technology for the first time and it's all brand new? We kind of just reduced the scale and the number of characters and the set pieces down to a much more intensely sort of character-focused story. And then that worked. And so obviously that's what, it's the film we made in the end. I took a pass at the script with the blessings of the writer, who was actually a really close collaborator.